When you're first starting your investing journey, it might be challenging figuring out where to go. However, starting off with an index fund might be your best bet that instantly diversifies your portfolio. If you're someone who's looking to invest for retirement or someone who's looking to invest to cover their living expenses in the future, then you might be wanting to invest in the long haul. You want to be able to start off with a very diverse portfolio while keeping your fees at a minimum. You might want to invest with an online stockbroker, but you want to ensure that whatever brokerage platform you actually use has a lot of tools. In a lot of ways, investing in an index fund with a low-cost broker can pretty much solve all these problems for you. Hi, Vincent here, and in today's video, we're talking about how you can get started investing in index funds. And if that sounds good to you, make sure you smash the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to get the latest and greatest from the Simple Dollar. And remember, you can find this content and so much more by visiting thesimpledollar.com. So firstly, what exactly is an index fund and how does this type of investment actually work? Simply put, an index fund is just a type of mutual fund whose main purpose and portfolio is tracking a market index. There are many advantages to actually investing in an index fund. However, two key ones is one, it's an easy way to very quickly diversify your investment portfolio, and number two, the actual fees that are involved with managing your index fund are very, very low. Index funds offer an ideal strategy to earn maximum returns over a number of years. That's because despite what many active investors might say, it's actually really challenging to beat the market. Investing in an index fund actually takes out the guesswork of picking individual stocks to invest in, and instead it'll pick a whole bunch of different companies with low investment options and instantly diversify your portfolio. As an index fund investor, all you really have to do is continue to throw money in an index fund that ultimately is going to help you grow your wealth by easily tracking a market index such as the S&P 500. But by far, one of the biggest advantages with an index fund is the low cost and low fees that are actually involved. Index funds are one of the lowest cost investment options out there because there isn't an active portfolio manager that needs to get paid. And also, they typically don't tend to incur fees and taxes and other types of expenses that you might face with active investing. And these are some of the key reasons that investors typically flock to an index fund is because one, it's very simple, it's very low cost. Number two, you're very well diversified. And number three, you're pretty much just going to perform as well as the market does. Now, how do I personally invest in index funds? Well, for example, if I open up a brokerage account with a very popular brokerage, such as Vanguard, then I would simply fill out the information, give them my checking account information, transfer my funds in there, and then look at their index fund options. Obviously, for me, if I check out these index funds, I can invest in as many index funds as I personally want to, all set up with different automatic reinvestment options and different investment settings. And specifically for Vanguard, the fees for investing in these index funds are actually pretty low, which might be a good option for you relative to the actual return that you could potentially get from them. Now, of course, how you personally want to invest in index funds, it's going to be quite simple. Similar to what I did, you're just going to be opening up a brokerage account with very popular brokers such as Schwab or E-Trade or any other type of brokerage options that you can find. And the process to actually invest in index funds at these different types of brokerage accounts is going to be very similar to what I described with Vanguard. You're pretty much just going to connect your checking or your bank accounts to your brokerage firm, transfer those funds, and then start checking out some of the fund options that your firm offers. However, you do want to keep in mind that at some brokerage firms, you are charged a transaction fee every time you buy or sell something. For example, if you do purchase this thing called an ETF, which is an exchange traded fund, you can think of an ETF as a stock that has additional stocks within it, much like a mutual fund. You can buy and sell an ETF just like you would a regular stock, and the value is typically pegged towards the value of the actual individual stocks as part of the ETF. And the fees charged for this are typically lower than the fees that you might be charged with the exact index fund option. So in conclusion, if your goal is to build wealth for the long term, then starting off with an index fund might be your best option. The learning curve to invest in an index fund is extremely low, and all you really need to do is get started with a brokerage firm. With one of the lowest cost investment options out there, index funds is just a really great way for anyone to start investing for the long term. And of course, the key to investing in an index fund is to start sooner rather than later. The earlier you start investing your money for the long haul, the longer it has to actually grow, compound, and ultimately increase over time. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about this video, feel free to leave a comment down below and we'll get back to you as quickly as possible. And remember, if you want more content from The Simple Dollar, remember to smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. And also, you can visit us by going to thesimpledollar.com.